Boys and girls, this is your Uncle Moore once again coming at you. Today, you see how I'm dressed? Yes. That tells you that I'm going somewhere in which I want you to join me today. Do not go anywhere. You gotta stay right where you are because we're going to have lots of fun. But before we go any further, boys and girls, I'm going to sing to you a lovely song, and I'm certain that you're going to love this one. Are we ready? Just look at my dress. Look at what I have on my head this morning, today. Any other time that you choose to look and watch this program. Are we ready? Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. We are going to go down at the Middle East. Come we go down, come we go down. Come we go down, we are going at the Middle East. Come we go down, come we go down. We are going at the Middle East. We are going to visit Syria, Israel and Lebanon. Down at the Middle East, we are going to visit Syria and Lebanon. Down at the Middle East, I say, come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. We are going to go down at the Middle East. Lovely boys and girls. So today I am going all the way over to where? To the Middle East to have more fun. Last time I was here, we spoke about Europe, but now we are traveling all around this world, all around the places, the nice countries in which you will hear about today, and they are located right in the Middle East. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. Down at the Middle East. Now, boys and girls, this is my little world map, and on my little world map, we're going all the way to the Middle East. As you see my attire today, it is, of course, you can see that I have on a cloth over my head and I tie it around to make sure that it's affixed properly. And so I look the part. Yes, and I like the color blue. So this is what yes. Okay, boys and girls, here we go. Now, look at the world map over here. And look where I'm going to travel to. I'm right here, yes, where Jamaica is, and I'm going to go all the way into the middle part. This is where I'm stopping this today so that you boys and girls will be enthralled in my lesson, of course. So I am at the Middle East today, and in the Middle East, we're going to zone in on a few countries that make up the Middle East. Now, here I have a map that is more closer, yes, that can identify the Middle East a little more for you, boys and girls, yes. And when we talk about the Middle East, we're talking about Asia. We're talking about countries that make up, this is the part right here. And I called a few names before. I called the country of Israel, or some person may say Israel, and there is Syria, and there's also Lebanon, of course. Right here. So let me move on now, boys and girls. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. We are going on at the Middle East. Now, along with these countries in the Middle East, you have boys and girls, you have persons who are called Arabs and Jews. They are from the Middle East that came to Jamaica to work. And definitely they came with their cultures and their food, their dress and their styles. How do we find these people? They are of, like you say now, a little white complexion. Their hair may be a little curly and long, streaming down with straight nose. Yes, and you can find them working in different places. You can find them working in stores and in businesses. Yes, most of them are like merchandisers, and they do all these lovely businesses that we love to shop at, where you'll find them even places like downtown Kingston or in Tree that you can go and find these looking people from the Middle East. Yes, you find them in clothing stores and especially jewelry stores. Yes, some person said the Syrians, see them, they are the Syrians. Oh yes, we can call them that name. And at this time, I'm going to show you some of the flags from the Middle East with their countries affixed to them. Are we ready to call these countries? Now, are you seeing this flag? This flag is the flag of Syria. Yes, and as you may see, it has 4 colors. There's green at the top, there's black at the bottom, there's white in the middle, and there are 3 stars embedded in the middle section where the white is. And this is the flag of Syria. This is another flag. And this is a flag of Lebanon. Yes, this is the flag of Lebanon. And what you can see with the flag of Lebanon is that it has 3 colors. You have red at the top, you have red at the bottom, and you have white in the middle, and what seems like a Christmas tree, but it's not a Christmas tree, but this is a tree that is in the middle of the flag of Lebanon. Then now we have the flag of Egypt. Yes. Now, when you look at the flag of Egypt, you have red at the top here. That looks like a wine red. And then you have black at the bottom. And then you have this little image in the middle that looks like a heart. Yes, right in the middle of this flag here. And there's white also. And this is the flag of Egypt. Yes, boys and girls. We're going to have a good time. Do not move. I have one more flag to show you. Do not move. Stay right where you are. And this is the flag of Israel. Some person called this country Israel, while some may say Israel. And now on this flag, we have blue at the top, blue at the bottom, white in the middle, and yes, some of you may know it because some of you may also be mixed with this country, with these people called the East. Yes, they're from the East, Israel, Syria, Lebanon, Arabs and Jews. Some of you boys and girls at home, you're also mixed, even that your grandma, your grandpa, your mom, your daddy, because remember our motto says, out of many, we are one. Now this symbol that you're looking at is called the Star of David. Yes, and there's so much interest in this. For those of you who are Bible scholars, you will know what I'm talking about when I show the flag of Israel. Home we go down, home we go down, home we go down. Down at the Middle East, home we go down, home we go down. We are going to go down at the Middle East. And as you see my dress attire today, my dress attire says that I'm representing the Middle East as an Arab today. Yes, boys and girls. And so we have located the Middle East on my world map. And at your world map, come on, tell your friends at home. Tell grandma, tell grandpa to stay with you. Even good on your smartphone to show you, or your laptop or your computer, whatever you have, to show you the part of the world, on the world map, the East is. Yes, they're from the East. Look for the country of Israel, yes, Syria, and Lebanon. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, Omega Dong. Dong are the Middle East. Now, when we talk about the Jews and the Arabs, we're going to look at how they look, how they dress, and their family. And these countries, these tribes, these people, they're very big on family. Oh, yes, they're family oriented. And now I'm going to show you the Arabian family. This is how they look. You can see this is the male figure. He looks similar to me, ain't it? But I have blue to go with what I dress in. So my shirt is blue, my pants is navy blue. And so my headdress here is also blue with a red tie around it. You can, come on, you can dress up at home. Tell mommy, tell grandpa, tell whomever's at home with you to dress you up like how Uncle Moore looks right now. So here you have the male figure is in full white. And here you have the female figure. She's also in black. And you see she covers her face like this. She covers her face like this. And what that brings you a reminder of, oh, many of us are looking now when we go around the place. When you have on your mask, is similar to where it covers your nose and your mouth, and you're able to see with your eyes. So look at this image, the Arabian family. Yes, boys and girls. Now we move from the Arabian family and now we're looking at the Jewish family. Here you see mommy, and she has a few children along her side. And you can see that they tie their heads too, which is a different type from how the Arabians look. Wonderful. Here she has the little one in her hands, yes, and the other little one's at the side here. So we saw two just now, and so we can look at the children. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 children plus their mother in this picture. Yes. And this is a Jewish family, boys and girls. Now, yes. The only thing missing from me here, boys and girls, is that I do not have any what? But I do not have on my face. I do not have any beard on my face. Now look at the Jews. You can see them. They have on a funny hat over here. Yes, boys and girls. Look at this one over here. Is in a suit like, while this one, yes, and have a shawl over his back. Oh yes. And they're walking in the street. As I said, I do not have on any beard. My face is bare. There's nothing here that I can pull on. Yes. Can we go down? We're going down to the Middle East. Come on, boys and girls. I'm loving the Middle East because definitely I like the Jewish culture. Yes. And look at the Jewish wedding here. We got on, yes, we're at the Middle East. Anywhere looking at a Jewish wedding, you can see, look at the men, look at the females here, very nice. Now we're going back to how I look, the Arabians. Look over here, nice. Now look, similar to how I'm looking now, but I do not have on the red one. Yes, the Arabians here, you can see the males, how they are dressed, and you can see the females. The male mostly wear white with the red thing over their head, yes, and it's tied with black right here, while the females, you can see, it covers right up to this point here, and they will show their face, or sometimes they don't see their faces fully, you don't see the eyes. Yes, boys and girls, these are the Arabians for you. Now look at the difference between the Arabian, let me show you a comparison. Let's do a comparison, boys and girls. Here you have Jews, and here you have the Arabians. You see the comparisons? Yes. We see the Jews like to grow their beards a little longer than how the Arabians look. Yes. That's a comparison. You see the men in suits, you see the Arabians in white, yes, with red, which symbolizes or make the difference between the two. Even though we talk about the Jews and the Arabs, but the difference between the two is that the Arabians will wear the one with the red over their heads and white mostly, while the Jews will have shorts. Yes. Now this is an Arabian family. Yes. And this is an Arabian wedding. And you see what the female is dressed in? Yes. And now look at the comparison between the Jewish wedding. You see? Oh, yes. Lovely. Both of them are looking lovely, boys and girls. Oh, yes, they are. Now, let me take you closer in to some funny words. Yes, you're not used to these words, only if you're from the Jewish family or the Arabian family, you'll hear some of these funny words. And I'm going to make all my effort to make sure that I'm pronouncing these words correctly. Okay. Now, it's talking about the attire of the Arab costume. And as you see, yes, remember now, if you're wherever you are, Google, ask mommy or daddy, grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, whomever is at home with you, to scroll down to Arabian costume, to make it a little bigger on your screen so you can see the picture much better. On my picture here, it might be a little small for you to see on the television or whatever you're watching me on right now today. Now, from top, it's called the akal. Yes. And just like how I spoke about the last time about the French and the Spanish and the English, you know, the Jews and the Arabs, they have a certain kind of accent that is maybe fast at times and sometimes maybe a little deep and a little rolling on the tongue. Yes. Because some may speak Hebrews and yes, along with little Greek, yes, a little mixture into it. So that you have the akal, you have the jalaba, yes, which is the clothes right here. And you have the brushta, shirt, and now the kefiyeh, yes, right here, which is this here. So the tie thing on top of the head is the akal. So you see that tie thing. But what I did for my costume today was to use my necktie and a cloth from my house, and I just put it over my head. You can use a towel, yes, and you can borrow daddy's tie or grandpa's tie and tie it around your head to look like me today, boys and girls. Yes. So this is what they look like. So I'm going to move that now, and I'm going to go into something more sumptuous, something I like, something some of you like, yes. So we look at the Middle East flags, we look at the countries, we call a few of the names, and boys and girls. And now I'm changing gear to go to talk about something more sumptuous, something that we like, something that we enjoyed last time I was here. And so we're going to look at now foods from the Middle East. Yes, boys and girls. And these are some of the food that you can definitely, that we have adapted in our culture in Jamaica. And some of these foods, I may read to you, it says, Jewish people are only allowed to eat kosher food. They can eat only certain meats, such as beef and lamb. Yes, they're very big on lamb, for sure. And they like their beef also. Foods that are not kosher are called krefe, and they include pork and lobster. They have a special bread called the challah on a Friday night. This is a part of their Shabbat meal, which is their day of rest. And as you hear the name, the Shabbat, it closes. Some of those words that we get from Jewish also ties right into our culture too with our languages. And while you hear that word, it also can tie into what may be called the Sabbath. Yes. So I'm going to show you the picture now. Look at it. And while we will continue about some of the foods that are prepared in the Jewish culture from the Middle East there, you're going to hear me call some names that you may be familiar with. Yes, boys and girls, Jewish people make kosher bread food. It is made out of meat and milk products that are kept separate, right? Jewish people call braided bread chalat. Jewish people have chopped liver sometimes. Jewish people have roasted chicken. And you can tie in that even for the Chinese, they have roasted chicken. And we also at home in Jamaica will do our roast chicken too. As you know, but we are big on jerk chicken. Let me go. Omega dong. Omega dong. Omega dong. At the Middle East, Omega dong. Omega dong. We are going on at the Middle East. Now I'm going to show you more closer, more larger pictures of some of the foods that I caught earlier from the Middle East. Yes, from the Jews and from the Arabs. Now, this is jelly donuts. You see? Yes. Yeah, man, you have them all string over in Jamaica here. You may find them in box, but you may even go to even Sovereign. Yes, Sovereign in Ligani. You can go in Sovereign in Ligani. You may find at a nice food outlet up there. You may even find some of these foods. Jelly donuts. Of course, because you can get it in a box out here. And you see, it has the sugar sprinkles on top and it has a jelly in the middle. Yes, man, you can get a box of that. So remember now, whatever you haven't tasted yet, boys and girls, tell mommy, tell daddy, tell grandma, tell whomever's at home with you to get you to taste some of these nice, juicy, sumptuous food from the Middle East. Challah bread, challah bread. There you have it. And it's braided, remember I said it's braided. So you see, they wrap it into this funny way. So when they're making it now into the oven, which is most of the time they use brick oven. Yes, they like to use this bread into brick oven where now you look, it has the flame there and it has a wrap, yes, that they are a shell that they will make the bread. So when they wrap the bread around and put the sesame seeds on it, I do believe it looks like sesame seeds. Then they put it on the thing and shove it inside of the oven, and then it stays there, and fermented and come into this kind of bread. The cholet, yes, which is like a soup thing line, and have the parsley right there. These are not hard to get, boys and girls. As I go through, and this, you have this one, the matzo ball soup. Yes, there you have it. Well, you may say, what is that? And then we ask this question because I've never had this one before. I have had the jelly donuts before. I have not tried the shallot bread and even the cholet soup. Yes, this one. As I said, there are some tricky names here. Yes, I have not tried those yet, but I've had the jelly donuts. And even for the matzo ball soup, yes, there's some stuff that you can definitely identify, boys and girls. Now, let me tell you something. For those of you who are not big on this culture, and for those of you who are big on this culture, tell your parents to carry it to the supermarket so you can try something new, something different. Try something. Try their lamb. Try their beef. Try their matzo ball soup. Yes, boys and girls, can listen to me. You need to try different foods. You need to try different foods. Yes, to increase your taste buds. Come on. Don't say you don't want that one. You need to try. Now, while we talk about the foods, there's something I want to show you. Right before we go any further, I want to show you something called Star of David. Now, later on in the program here in my teaching, we're going to discover more about the Star of David. Yes, let me take you back further. Take you on. We spoke about naming some of the countries from the Middle East: Syria, Lebanon, Israel. Yes, we talk about locating them. We look at their flags and the name of some of those countries, even Egypt. We also look at foods from the Middle East, Jewish foods. And listen to me, tell mommy and grandpa for this Sunday, you want to try lamb. If you've never had lamb before, you want to try lamb for dinner and their kind of beef. And also you can get the bread in supermarket. Come on, boys and girls, increase your taste bud. Do something different, right? And remember now, if you do not look like me before I am finished teaching today, I want you to look like this. So, when we go down, when we go down, when we go down, at the Middle East, we go down. We are going to go down at the Middle East. Me are talk about the Middle East today. We are going down at the Middle East. Me are going to talk about Syria and Lebanon. Yeah. We are going down at the Middle East. Hey, we go down, we go down, and we go down at the Middle East. We go down, and we go down. We are going to go down at the Middle East. Don't move a muscle, boys and girls. I'm Uncle Word for you today. So please stay tuned while I continue on more exciting stuff about the Jewish and the Arabs who came way from the Middle East to Jamaica. And remember, our motto states, out of many, we are one. Don't move. Hey, boys and girls, I am back again for more exciting. We are continuing on the Arabs and the Jews culture. Yes, Uncle Morris, back at you. I told you, do not go anywhere. I hope you had something to drink. I hope you had something to snack on, because we're now going to get into the more exciting part of my lesson today. Yes, boys and girls. And as you see my table has stuff that definitely will attract your eyes. And these are craft stuff. So we looked at food earlier. We looked at locating the flag, and we looked at the people from the Arabs and the Jews culture. And now we're going to look at some stuff that, we can definitely relate to about the Jewish culture. But before I go into that, or those activities, I want you to listen to this song, because remember, with me, you have to be ready. Boys and girls, now I'm going to sing to you a song that I learned many, many, many years ago as a Boy Scout. Yes, Uncle Moore. Yes, I was a Boy Scout. And one of my friends from a country in the Caribbean taught me this song. Maybe, I don't know, maybe grandma, maybe grandpa may know. I'm not old, but I learned this song and I've not forgotten it. Here we go. Ishalu, Amanika, Ishalu say Amanika, Yali Yali, Ishalu, Amanika, Ishalu say Amanika, Gali Gali Gali, Kum Gali Gali Gali, Kum Gali Gala, Kum Gali Gali Gali, Kum Gali Gali, Ishalu, Amanika, hey, Ishalu say Amanika, Gali Gali, Ishalu, Amanika. Ishalu say Amanika, gali gali gali, kum gali gali gali, kum gali gala, kum gali gali gali. Hey! No, I just wanted you to get so excited because we're going into an exciting section where we have the art and craft. I'm going to make you stuff that the Middle East can identify in their culture, right? But before I go any further, I know you like that song. Gum gali 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 gum gali gala. Gum gali 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 gum gali gala. Tida 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 tida. Listen to me. The Jewish and the Arabian culture is full of life and music and singing and dancing. Because I'm sitting, I'm not able to get up and show you how they will do their dancing. But in my chair, they will go like, gum gali 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 gum gali gala. Data, 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 data. And they make a lot of funny sounds and just get you so excited and involved. So I want you, do not move. Stay where you are. I said, don't move. Stay right where you are. Because I'm now going to go to some of you, I may call one of your names. Don't move. Do you know what is this? This is called the Star of David. And for those of you who, mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, may be very into their biblicalness, yes, the biblical culture, going to church, Christian culture, Jewish culture, whatever it is, can identify with this now. This is called the Star of David. And the Star of David, as you know, the name says, he was a famous Bible character, yes. And he was anointed by Samuel when he was a boy because he was one of Jesse's sons. Yes, he was the last of Jesse's sons, and he was a shepherd boy out in the field. And then the prophet came and he asked, and he went through the different bigger brothers, but then he heard the voice of the Lord saying to him, there's another one. And so he went and he got David. And so because of David's heroism David was famous in the Bible. And he's famous for this song. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Oh yes, boys and girls, go into the Psalms. Tell mommy, tell grandpa to read you a scripture before you go to sleep about the Psalms of David. Oh yes, boys and girls. Now this is the Star of David, and we can identify the Star of David with this right here, with this flag. Israel. Yes, because David was a king and he fought for this country, the country of Israel. And as I said to you before, some person may call it Israel. Israel, yes. And as you know, the letter you hear that begins the country of Israel is I. Israel. There you go. And the I, you can get the I sound, Israel. Very good, boys and girls. Now my concentration is going to be on the Star of David, and also you can time into a song that they will sing. We're coming down to that special time that we like to celebrate. Yes, you will be hearing those songs, and you'll be hearing about David a little more as we tie into, we're talking about the Middle East, and we're putting on a culture, we're putting on a celebration time, yes, where you will hear this song. Star of wonder, star of night, star with royal beauty bright. Yes, the wise men. So it's talking about the Star of David when Jesus was born, of course. But I'm not going right there for now. Later on down, while we continue talking about the different lessons, you will hear about that. But I'm going to now go into the Star of David. Now, in making this now, the Star of David, I need me some fudge sticks. And I want you to get colorful fudge sticks. I don't want you to get no fudge sticks that don't have any colors. Because, colors do attract your eyes, boys and girls. Now, remember, I'm going to make the Star of David. And in making the Star of David, yes, some of you may name David in television land, of course. Now, look at the Star of David. Look at the shape. Look at the points. Now, let us find out how many points it has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. Very good. And so the Star of David has some 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has shapes. Oh, yes. There is an hexagon shape, and there are smaller one, triangles. Now remember now in the boys and girls, when we talk about early childhood, we're talking about colors, we're talking about shapes, we're talking about music, and we're talking about having lots of fun, because early childhood is all about making sure that you have fun while learning. Yes, boys and girls. So on this here, we have the Star of David, we have the shapes, we have the triangles. One, no. You're going to find out how many triangles I used to get smaller triangles. And you see this little hexagon thing right in the middle. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, count with me, boys and girls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are 6 small shaped triangles you have right there. Now, I'm going to make. So I got 6 fudge sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, how am I going to make that? I'm going to use 3 first. So I'm dividing my 6 into, 3 one side and 3 the other side. Here I have my blue. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down. At the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. We are going at the Middle East. Now I'm going to make me a large, yes. Come we go down, come we go down. Come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. We are going at the Middle East. Aye. Now, here I have it. So out of my 6 fudge sticks, I use 3 and form a big triangle right here. Now I'm putting this to dry and so it fits. And I'm going to use the other 3. So this is numeracy coming out, boys and girls. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down, down at the Middle East. All right. So let grandma and grandpa help you form. Make this. Come on, you have to get messy sometime at home. Of course, you have to get messy at home at times. Yes. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East. No? See, boys and girls, I have to put more glue. Yes, so it holds. Yes. Uncle Morris getting a little messy with his hands. Yes. Because I want you to, yes, see me there? Come we go down, come we go down. And the Middle East, come we go down. Come we go down. At the Middle East. Come on. See it right here. Yes, you have to get your fingers messy so that we get this triangle right here. Aye. There you have it. Now I'm going to allow my triangles to dry. And I'm going into another activity. So I'm moving the Star of David. And I'm going to make something called the menorah. Yes. Some people say, when I show the picture, you're going to look and say, this looks like candlestick. See it here? In the Jewish culture, it is called the menorah. Yes. See here? It is like a large candles, yes, with different sections, different holdings of the candle. And you have it up. Uh-huh. Now quickly, I just get a piece of paper right here. And so along with my paper, you can do it at home. I get about, my foot sticks, just to let it be a little more creative and colorful. I got I used 3 foot sticks and I cut them in half with my scissors. Don't use your scissors alone, no. Let grandpa, grandma, mommy, daddy, whomever at home with you to help you, and cut them in half here. And so I got 6 of them. And then I have another little piece, yes, from 1, which is 7. And I got another little piece now. So I'm going to make the candlesticks. But before I go there, for you to be colorful, you can color it here. So you get a little vibrantness. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East. Come we go down, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down at the Middle East. Now, when you color it like this, it's just saying to you, and remember, I'm coloring because of time. All right. All right, boys and girls. And then I put on glue here. Yes. 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 I stick them down like this to get this. I'm making the menorah. Then I use my marker. And we go down. And here you get the bottom part. See? Very good. And then now you can use yellow Play-Doh to make the flames. Come we go down, come we go down. Come we go down at the Middle East, come we go down, come we go down. Down at the Middle East. Aye. Stick it down however way you want. There you go. Very good. Tell Uncle Moore, very good. Very good. So that's my menorah. And then I will use the other piece to form the Star of David. And then you can use, yes, and then you can use a string and tie it up in your house. Oh, so that's the Star of David. Now, boys and girls, while I get so messy with my fingers, I want to quickly read you a story. And the story I'm going to read to you, the very hungry, yes, very hungry caterpillar by Eric Carr. Here you go. All right, here we go. Once upon a time, in the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. Here you go. See the egg on the leaf? Yes. One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. See there? So when the sun came up, it pops here out. The caterpillar came out of that little tiny egg. He started to look for some food there. And so the caterpillar went through. On Monday, he ate through one apple. See the middle part here? He ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. So he ate through this apple. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. See there? On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. 1, 2, 3. Let me move that. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you see how much time this hungry caterpillar is eating away? On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He kept eating through all of these fruits. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. What an hungry caterpillar. Look at how many foods he had through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That night he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. There you go. See it here? Now, he wasn't hungry anymore, and he wasn't a little caterpillar anymore either. He was a big, fat caterpillar. He built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole inside the cocoon, pushed his way out. Now look at the caterpillar after eating. Remember now he started as a baby. Now look at him. Look how big he is after eating all of those fruits and foods. Now he built this cocoon that he went right in. Now, after he stayed in that cocoon, boys and girls, he came out like a big, beautiful what? Don't tell them, Grandma. I see you telling them. Don't tell him, don't tell her, don't tell your grandchild yet. Let they guess. Don't tell your son yet. Let they guess. So the caterpillar stayed in the cocoon, and when he ate all of that, he came out as a big what? There you go, a big caterpillar. Now, boys and girls, that's the end of my caterpillar story that became a butterfly. Now, I'm going to go through something called ordinal numbers, first, second, third, fourth. Now, when we talk about ordinal numbers, we're talking about the sequence, and I brought you through a sequencing of this story, boys and girls. I start with the first thing, first, then you have second, then you have third, then you have fourth, and then you have fifth. Yes, these are called ordinal numbers. first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Now, on the first part of the story, boys and girls, what happened? Yes, we talk about the egg being on the leaf and the sun came out and pop. The second thing happened, yes, it became a caterpillar who was very small and he went through and he ate and he ate and he ate. Yes, he ate one thing, then two things, then three things, then four things, then five things. Yes, and he kept eating his way out to the fourth part when he ate so much that he was big and fat. And come to the end of that story, boys and girls, which was the last part of the story, he went into the cocoon, being so big, and he nibbled. And when he was in that big cocoon, because of how big he is, he became a big, beautiful butterfly. Yes. And that is the end of my story for the day. It's actually the end of being the Arabs and the Jews. Yes. It's the end of me taking on this. And it's the end of my activity today. Today we spoke about the Arabs and the Jews. And so, boys and girls, we spoke about food, we spoke about the country, we spoke about different crafts, we spoke about the Star of David. And so I'm sure that you had a very good time. So, boys and girls, don't forget this at home. No screen time for children 2 years old and under, or 1 hour per day for children 3 to 5 years old. Visit ECC's website for the activity plans, www.ecc.gov.jm. Encourage children to wash hands or sanitize hands. Remember, even though we are physically distant, you call grandma, grandpa, auntie, uncle, sisters, or brothers who are older than you. Join us tomorrow for another time, next week for other interesting lessons as we take you through our ECC lesson plans. As a master teacher, my name is Luke Enmore, your master teacher for today. Do enjoy. Next week, I bring to you another exciting lesson.